Greetings and salutations to all you folks out there. I have for you a 1 versus 1 between Calvarox and the Red Viper. Calvarox is going to go UEF in the blue, so appropriate. And then the Red Viper is going to be taking Aeon. The map is Summer Duel. It is a 5K map, very compact. Little bit of reclaim down here for both players, well, up here for the right side. And then a scattering of trees. Not much in the way of very outstanding terrain features, but this is an interestingly laid out map. It's almost like a more advanced version of Winter Duel. I do like this map. I've played on it several times, and it is quite fun to play. I'm going to see normal builds going up here. We do have first land for Calvarox and scheduled to run straight to the Hydro. First land, those all look like land factories, to be honest. Let me see here. Yes, 4 lands. So that is 5 land build right there. And then Calvarox has not decided what he's going to do yet. And that is a bad place to stick that flare, bud. Should have gone around the outside edge to try and nab an engineer, but you did skirt the ACU. My compliments on that. So that is not going to get destroyed immediately, at least. It is going to get 1 engineer kill, so that lab was worth it. He's going to run up and hide in the corner, waiting to ambush any unsuspecting engineers that might happen to come that way. Calvarox is going to go second air and throwing up a bomber, which is going to do pretty well considering the fact that the opponent not only has no air built, but he has no air planned. So we're going to have to see how that works out for him. Bomber coming out across here. Not the best micro or target prioritization. The Red Viper dodging shots with relative ease. That engineer is going to go down. I would have aimed for that clump of units if I were Calvarox. Basically just seeing a little bit of bad bomber micro. Not picking good targets and not hitting those targets effectively. Could have killed the Hydro with as many passes as those bombers got, but only a couple bombers going to hit. Although production is going to keep going. Early Tech 2 pushed by Calvarox. I would not exactly call this a turtle, but he is definitely ecoing like hell. I don't know what his plan is with this. He is managing to actually float it, though, somewhat, doing a large amount of reclaim, but when the reclaim runs dry, I mean, what do you do then? He needs to suck up these units with his ACU. That would do a lot to help his stall. Actually, only a handful of T1 units built, just a couple. I think a tank. Pretty much immediately moving to pillars and throwing some assistance down on that factory. Although I very highly disagree with his methods, because carrying that big of a mass stall for that long is a horrible idea. If he doesn't watch out, he's going to get his tanks overcharged by that ACU. Although I don't think Viper actually has a power storage yet. Yes, he does. Alright. A good number of pillars on the field, actually. I'm slightly surprised that he did that well, considering how bad that start was. Looks like a roughly 50-50 map split here. And finally, an air factory and some extra power going online for the Red Viper. Doing much, much better than Calvarox was on eco. Well, eco management. However, Calvarox is averaging a tiny bit better mass income because of these Tech 2 mass extractor upgrades. He has gone Tech 2 air as well, pushing out. That is insane. That is absolutely ludicrous. Pushing out a Janus at that point. He is going to get swarmed. That is what's going to happen here. Too many upgrades at once. We can see the Red Viper is still on Tech 1 mass extractors all the way around. Has not even started an upgrade yet, and he has turned all of his mass into tanks. And that is going to be the downfall of Calvarox. I think this replay should serve as an example to anyone who wants to play like an eco-horror on a 5-kilometer map. It never ends well, and you are about to find out why. He does have radar up here. He is going to bring his tanks up, but he's building a Tech 2 power generator instead of actually defending his base. Now on the southern side, we have equally large problems because his ACU is basically all out alone. I mean, it does have the gun upgrade, but he does not have power storage, so he can't overcharge. And there's a massive swarm of Auroras behind him. Actually, the gun upgrade was a fantastic idea because it will allow him to one-shot kill Auroras, which is huge. But overall, I mean, you can look at... I'm going to cut the speed down on this just to get a unit count. The Red Viper has 107 Auroras and 13 Tech 1 artillery versus Calvarox with the gun upgrade and 13 pillars. And with the range advantage of the Auroras and the ACU being right here, although he does need to get that ACU back, you do not want to dive bomb into pillars with an Aeon ACU because it is kind of paper. That is just not going to end well. Those roars are going to kite back. Excellent little bit of micro by Viper. He is going to bring in Tech 1 bombers. Although I think his targeting failed. Oh, that Tech 2 point defense needs to target the Red Viper. That is the only way that he is going to win this, is if he can kill the ACU. Because numbers and mass-wise, he has lost this game hands down 10 times over. Oh, overextending the comm. We see the Aurora Arch beginning to pound on that ACU. There's no power storage, no way to escape it. He does pick up a vet. That is going to help him out tremendously health-wise. He may actually live. Holy cow, 400 health. Ugh. And T1 bombers still alive. And boom. He almost pulled it out, but yeah, this replay is a classic example of why you should not over eco under any circumstances. When you're on a small map, stay Tech 1 and you will do so much better. Even if you're going to fast Tech 2 a factory, don't do the mass extractor upgrades. Build your Tech 2 units on your Tech 1 mechs and balance out your eco with some good reclaim habits, because this is painful to watch when someone tries to be an eco whore on 6 mechs on a 5k map. It just doesn't work. It's been tried over and over again and it does not work. As you can see, handful of Tech 1 factories, all Tech 1 units, not a single Tech 2 anywhere to be found, and he won the game. That is how it's done, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed that cast. Short, to the point. Hopefully we can all learn something from it. I will see you guys in the next one.